Hello Pandora lovelies, thank you for joining me this evening or this morning or this afternoon, whatever time of day it is, wherever you are. Thank you for coming for a little bit of Pandora fun on the Totally Pandora Show with me, Dora, from the Art of Pandora. And the reason why we are called the Totally Pandora Show is because here it's just Pandora. Pandora in here, Pandora in here, and Pandora in my heart. Woohoo! Yes, it is. It is my first live, and I'm gonna get your name right this time. It's not Ray Ray, it's Riri. So thank you for joining me. And hello Faye and Jennifer. Thanks for coming along. It's lovely to have you here. So like I said, it's the Totally Pandora Show. Some of you may have other charm bracelets or other bead jewelry, like elf beads, red barley frog, waxing poetic, troll beads, or true beads, and they all do produce gorgeous jewelry. But I can't afford to buy all of the different brands, so I'm just sticking to Pandora, otherwise I won't be able to eat any food. So first, let's have a little peek at what we are wearing today. Hi Steph, thanks for joining. So, try and focus here. Of course, we're still very much in love with Pandora Me. And I'm wearing the rose link bracelet with the love link, the little lucky bottle cap, and I managed to sneakily put on here the Disney Parks rose gold mini ears. So that's actually a moment's charm, but that managed to fit onto the link. And then I've got a pave silver link in there just for a little bit of bling. And it's stacked with the rose mesh reflections bracelet, just for a little bit of texture. And then rings, we have 2 rose me rings, one with pave and silver with pave, and tiny little shooting star. Hello Guest Queen 89. How is Croatia? I hope it's good weather there. It's probably night time right now, but I hope you're having good weather. And hello from Norway. I've been to Norway and it's a gorgeous country. I haven't seen the northern lights though, so I'll have to go again, maybe on a cruise, and try and get to see those. And on this hand, I have my gorgeous Pandora Brilliance ring, sparkling away. So now I've said what I'm wearing, let me know what you are wearing. You can mention it in the comments below. Not just your clothes, but of course your Pandora jewelry. That's what we're here for, isn't it? And today, now if you hear any dogs barking, I apologize now, because my dog doesn't know that we're live, and neither does my cat. So if you hear any sounds in the background, it's them. So we have the new from the autumn collection Kitten and Yarn Ball charm. Try and get that near to focus. And if you saw my recent video of the autumn haul, you would have seen this along with some of the other charms from Pandora Autumn, and those will also be reviewed soon. But today I want to show a couple of designs that I've worked on involved with this this beautiful charm, this cute charm. And if you have looked at the autumn haul bracelet, autumn haul video, then you can let me know which items you'd like to see in reviews next. So this one's the first one, so you can let me know in the comments what you'd like to see next. Yes, the Star Wars and New Mandalorian gift set, that will be coming soon. and that's probably going to be a Pandora review from my husband, because I do think that's quite a unisex gift set. So first, let's have a look about how we can do design with this little cutie pie. And I've always had cats. I'm a cat mum and I grew up with cats. And this guy, you can see his markings. He's got like, it's not tabby markings, but kind of like these little splodges that make me think of like a Marmalade Cat. See, you can see those? It's quite shiny, so it's hard to see. And so I wanted to make a design that reflected that. And so this rose heart bracelet is a good one for that, because it's got the rose colour, which is kind of like the same as the marmalades. And then I'll accentuate that with some rose charms as well. Ooh, so we have quite a few people wearing Pandora Me. Ooh, what essence do you have on, Britt? And hello from Australia. Is it morning for you? It must be. Have you got your coffee with you? So let me just get some of the other pieces that I think would work well with this. Now, I don't have many safety chains, as I'm not that safe, I guess, but I don't always use them. But I'm gonna add this safety chain on this bracelet. So this one is the I'm glad it's still good weather in Croatia. So this one is the sun, or not the sun, the half moon and star safety chain with a little bit of bling there. So we'll put this on first, thread that on. I really like clip safety chains because you don't have to remember to put them on at the beginning, which can be a little bit annoying. So let me know who makes sure to wear safety chains on all their bracelets. Who's a good girl? Do you just have one coffee? You need another coffee. You can't just have one coffee. I have probably 4 cups of tea before I leave the day. Leave out the house for the day. See, I need more coffee now, or more tea now. So then the next one on here, because I'm going to try and alternate with the silver and the rose, I'm going to pick some of these flower ones. So I'm going to go with a nature theme and a design based on my first cat, who was a Marmalade Cat, and he was actually a year older than me, so I grew up with him and loved having him around. He was like my teddy bear. I'd take him for walks, although he didn't like to go for walks. He wouldn't ever wear a leash, but I'd take him around. He'd sit on my bed purring, so he was my little friend. And this is going to be a little bit of a ode to my childhood. So I'm going to look, yeah, here it is. I'm going to use this as well, the house charm from the Pandora 20 limited edition last year. I'd never had this, the original version of this. Jennifer, you're not bad. You're not. I rarely use mine. Mostly I use them just for design or styling. To actually use it for safety purposes is quite rare for me. But yes, it is good. But it's alright to be bad for this. So yeah, this little house here is going to represent my family home, and to add to the nostalgia feel, I'm gonna add these peach blossom spaces, which, I mean, they're not called vintage, but for me this enamel look, it really does have like a vintage feel, kind of a little bit Victorian. Now I'm not that old, I didn't grow up in the Victorian age, but it just kind of looks nostalgic to me. So that little detail in the bracelet will be nice. Clip wise, as this bracelet has clip stations, I'm going to use the Darling Daisy Meadow clips. You can see them here. I love using the Stackers charm bars to hold my clips all together so I can see them nicely, and as you can see they are all in pairs, so I make sure that I always have pairs for clips. I don't like to be wonky in my designs, I like to be a little bit balanced, so with spacers and clips and sometimes Muranos I work in pairs. Oh, thank you. I was shocked about my nails because I painted them this morning and they're already chipped. And this is meant to be one of those nail varnishes that actually makes your nails stronger. It's not working. I want my money back. So, to represent me in this design, who better than the little cheeky Dora bear? And this is now retired, the Pandora Rose Dora bear charm, but it's so cute. You see she's holding her own little bear. Let me try and focus that. Yeah, she's holding her own little bear, so it's super cute. I don't know if they work or not. I've never actually had any accidents with my bracelets, Jennifer, but well, none of them have come open. The only time I had a problem with one of my bracelets, it kind of cut, I guess. It was just like this section, the bit that joins onto the clip, it broke off, so it came open but not from the clasp. And I think it was my first bracelet, and I was really bad, and I'd wear it to bed and wear it in the shower and everything, so I think I ended up stretching it and ruin it in those sections. So yeah, I've never had any other problems since then, and so I don't worry about safety chains either. Ooh, so you have your blue charms on your essence bracelet. That's pretty. I don't have many essence beads. I've only got, I think I have them here. How many have I got? 7 in there. Yeah. So I don't really collect lots. Just yeah, I probably will leave it at that unless I see an old one that I wish I'd got. But for now, that's my essence collection. So the other new charms that I'm going to be pairing. Oh, what nail polish is it? So it's Essie, and it's the one that's meant to strengthen your nails. I'm trying to remember. I'll add it on here later if I can't remember. So it's like 3 words. Love something something, but yeah, it doesn't seem to work. My nails are really bad and keep cutting. So yeah, it's a pretty colour though. So yeah, to match the colour of my cat, my Marmalade Cat that I grew up with, I think the glittering sunset Muranos are perfect. They kind of have that stripy look and a little bit of glitter, and have a really nice warmth to them that makes me think of that little kitty. So I'll be using those as well. And another cat charm to show my cat when he would be at home, and as I said, he would always sit on my bed, but this one, he's not sitting on a bed, he's sitting on a little cushion. So this is one of the old Pandora cat charms, and if I'm trying to get really close up, the thing I don't like about it is his nose. I don't know if you can see his nose. It's a bit, it doesn't look like a cat's nose. it's a bit splodgy, so I try not to look at that too much, but other than that, it's quite a cute charm. So this one is long retired, and that will show my cat sitting at home. Yeah, the Dora bear, so there was the Pandora Friends Theodore bear. Let's see if I've got him in here. I have all my little friends ones. I normally keep them together. There he is. So there's a Theodore bear, this guy, and then the rose one, this was Dora bear, and so of course it was perfect for me, but it is retired now. Maybe keep your eyes out in winter to see if it arrives in the winter sales. Sometimes even when something's been retired for a while, then the stores sometimes will just like put it away, but then once the next sale comes out, they'll just get it back out in the sale. So it's always worth having a little look around to see what comes out. Oh wow, you don't buy matching Muranos. I don't think you're the only one who doesn't. I know some people like to with Muranos. For me, I definitely have to do it with my clips and spacers. Murano's not always necessary, especially like if it's a particularly fancy one, like this one. That makes a really nice centerpiece and focal point. Or if they're two similar colors, then I might just use them to balance each other out. So okay, let's start threading this design together. So as I said, I'm going to alternate the rose with the silver to try and balance it out a bit. So this is the Openwork Pink Daisy charm. This was actually available in whites, enamel and silver as well. So I think I'll probably use that to match. Let me just get that ready. Pop it down there. Okay, and then the house next to it, the silver house. So how many of you have got all of the Pandora 20 charms, the complete set? I was really pleased to get the complete set. And then this one, I think this was my second rose charm. It's the Pandora Rose Shimmering Heart. It's so shiny. And to add a bit of nature to the design, as I said, I grew up in quite a natural area, lots of woodlands and meadows, so I'm gonna make sure I have some little wildlife. So this one, the mushroom and frog charm, is really cute. Let's go on there as well. And then I'm going to add a spacer before the clip. So that's the first section. And then after the clip, these are actually rose cord. So they just slide on. So many of the Pandora charms these days don't have cores or threaded cores. Oh, you didn't get the strawberry? Oh, if you have a look, because I think some people that didn't manage to get all are selling the ones they got like a couple of. So have a look on some of the Pandora groups. Don't have a look on eBay because there's too many fakes on there. But yeah, have a look there now. Okay, so we've got the center Dora Bear as me, and then this pink daisy, which looks quite striking at the center and matches really nice with the pink part of the glittering sunset Muranos, and then the kitten and yarn ball, my little cat. So that's my first little cat there. Yeah, that first one, it was really hard to get, and as soon, I think it sold out under 15 minutes on the UK. I think as well because at that point in the pandemic, lots of people who didn't like to shop online, they were struggling to go online, and lots of stores weren't getting it, they weren't open, so it was hard. But it was kind of a fun thing to do during the pandemic. It was nice to have a little distraction. Yeah, the sunset Muranos are super gorgeous, and I think they'll work with so many different styling options. Like I said, it's the ideal color for a Marmalade Cat. It's obviously very similar to sunsets, but then it would work well with autumn, and I know some have used it for Halloween. I think like the Halloween candy there, those sort of yellow and orange colors. So very, very versatile Muranos. So that is the middle section, and then going on to the next spacer. So as you see, my Muranos clips and spacers are all positioned equal. So we have these doing the center point, the clips, and then the spacers. And this is the white version of the rose charm here, so it's silver with white enamel flowers instead of pale pink, so just adding the natural look. And for those of you who have a pet, you know that they're not just a pet, they're not just an animal, but they really are part of your family. So this is the Pandora Rose Family Heart Tree. I think that's the right way. It's such a funny name. It's like all back to front. Yeah, Family Tree Heart Charm. So on one side there's family tree with a few little sparkling stones, and then on the other side it's got the word family written within. So this is to show that my cat wasn't just a cat, but really he was part of my family. And then put him here, sitting on his little cushion, and then ending with a rose charm again. So that's the Darling Daisy Meadow. Let's try and get the safety chain on without dropping them all off. Okay, so I said I don't often use safety chains, but when they are good, it's like if you want to end a design in an open work charm or an unthreaded charm, and then when you're taking it on and off, it won't just fall off the bracelet. So this will protect it for that. So this is my design called Marmalade Cat. So what do you think? Thumbs up or thumbs down? So there's the other side. So that's the first design. Now I'm going to quickly take off up until where the cat was and show you a different design using some of the other new Muranos from the autumn collection. And the other design is going to be based on knitting because the kitty is playing with wool and he's not that good at knitting, but he's trying to make himself a nice winter jumper. So let's help him out here with a little winter jumper design. I'm going to use for the bracelet something that's got a little bit of sparkle. This is the Moments Sparkling Pave Clasp bracelet. So it's got nice extra little pizzazz to it. And that's kind of nice for a wintry look as well. And I'm going to focus on charms that have like a pattern or kind of look like they might be a knitting pattern. There's a few that I have which really do have that kind of pattern look to them, like this shape here on the sparkling lattice charms. Really looks like a knitting pattern. And then these clips, which are quite long retired now, and they are kind of, they have like little snowflakes, but they're meant, it's called floral lattice, and yeah, I don't think I would have thought they were little flowers, but it's yeah, it's same sort of pattern thing going on there. That's fine, Steph. Everyone has their own opinion and own style. I don't think you're the only person. Do you like the little facet beads for colour, or do you like to add little dashes of colour with enamel or stones to your design if you don't use Muranos? I'm going to also add this one with the little stars, also from the Pandora 20. Not focusing today. There we go. So little stars on the jumper or the sweater. And then some of these two tones really are perfect for a knitting look of Muranos. So get the green ones. Oh, I have frozen. Is it working now? Has it jumped back, or do I need to refresh? Ah, you can still hear me. So you can hear me panicking. I'm trying to get it back on. Thank you so much for watching. I have no idea what's happened with the technical issue and why I can't get my video working. I think I'm gonna end it there with the first design, and yeah, hopefully figure out what on earth went wrong and not do it again next time when I go live. Even though we had hiccups, please like and comment on the video and subscribe, because the more you do that, then the more Pandora videos will end up in your feed, and then more love from other Pandora channels, not just me. And do come back. We have a Pandora's pod or Dora's pod with Lena from Pandora Shark coming up, and as I mentioned earlier, the Mandalorian gift set. Once that arrives, we're going to be having a unboxing of that. So please stay tuned for those designs and those videos in the future. And again, sorry for the technical hiccup this morning. Have a good day. Bye.